Time now for AM Business, and we'll delve into the life of the female driver in the ride-hailing business to examine how driving is shaping her living condition. The transport sector in Ghana has been a male-dominated space, with women facing systemic barriers to entry and growth. Now, as one of Africa's leading mobility platforms, Bolt is driving transformative change by creating opportunities where flexibility, safety, and equity intersect. We engage one of the female drivers to tell us her unique story of how her life has been impacted after joining the ride-hailing business.
Out that we can use, or I should follow them up?
Yes, please, we'll take your cards.
Okay, please, thank you.
As part of initiatives to support women, Bolt Ghana is spotlighting the inspiring stories of 8 female drivers. One of such key drivers is Wendy Corte, an Accra-based marketing executive who entered the transport business with ride-hailing app Bolt.
So far, it has been good, and I started this in 2021 in October, and driving has been very interesting. I would say it's a very challenging job. You need all your senses to be active when you're driving. I've had some good times.
On a daily basis, Wendy takes control of the wheel, her family livelihood, and future while setting new standards for equality and equity in Ghana's mobility sector. She has also been speaking about her fears as a woman, especially working during odd hours in Accra.
And I quite remember I picked some 4 guys from Tesano, close to Papaye. It was quite scary for me when I saw them. You know, they were well built, and looking at them speaking their language, that is Hausa, which I don't have a clue to. And when they sat, one of them, who was seated at the back, noticed that I was uncomfortable, and so he stopped his friends from speaking their Hausa language, and they started speaking broken English. And so after a few exchange of words, he asked me, "Madam, are you comfortable now?" And I noticed that, oh, he was watching me. So I became relaxed. I used to have this pepper spray in my car, and so I honestly got it when I saw them. It was in the afternoon, just at 12. So I was not a little scared, but I was scared. So he noticed, and he made it very comfortable for me. When we got to Nima, you know, he said, you are in our homeland, feel free. They stopped everybody, you know, stopped the cars, asked me, I was supposed to turn around, and so stopped the cars, gave me fans, and it was quite interesting. I noticed that it's not everyone that you see on the road that you have to judge by their appearance. They were my best clients, honestly. They didn't give me tips, but they made the ride very comfortable, and I was happy I took them.
As a way of empowering female drivers, Bolt embarked on a support initiative to enhance the efficiency of drivers. Wendy explains how the initiative has benefited her so far.
Yes, I have.
Tell us about it and how it benefited.
And so that day, I had the opportunity. We met in airport, one of the big hotels. And so I had the opportunity to be in such a place. And whatever we spoke about, they addressed concerns and challenges. And so I would say it was good. Yes, a lot.
Okay, tell us some of them.
And so we've had some trainings. We once a year go for meetings whereby we have the opportunity to put across our challenges. And apart from that, we get to know the people we are working with and, you know, associate with them. And so I'll say yes. Time looking at, you know, the returns, it wasn't, I mean, something you can't dream of, but it was good. and you get to pay your bills, get to do what you are supposed to do. It became satisfactory, and I would say, yes, I'm happy I did. I'm happy I did. I lost my job during 2020, and it was a female friend, Khadija. She introduced me to driving.
Wow, she was also doing the same job.
Yes, she was. And so when she introduced me, initially I was scared, but she was doing nights. Like, she slept throughout the day, and around 5 starts her work. So when she introduced me, I also started bit by bit. I gained the experience, and I started along the line. I had the opportunity to be employed again, and so fortunately or unfortunately, I'm into 2 jobs. I do this on weekends when I'm going to work, when I'm coming from work. It's called destination, and so I put in my destination and I pick people. On weekends, it's a full-time. On holidays, it's a full-time. But this is what has come to stay with me.
Are we likely to see more women inspired by this to join the ride-hailing business? Wendy has an advice.
With young ladies, yes, the economy is challenging, but if you have an access to a car, please, you can drive. If you don't have any phobia for driving, even if you do, you can, overcome that phobia. And driving is lucrative. I'll be honest with you. You get to make money. As I said, my friend I introduced into driving, now, even at 5, she starts driving early in the morning. And around 12 to 2, after lunchtime, she breaks. Sometimes you call her, it's around 5. Chale. Excuse me, in our local dialect, people have closed from work, and by now I'll get extra money, and so I'll just do my neighborhood or a little over my neighborhood to see how much I can add to what I had in the morning. So to the young ones, it's not bad. It's not something we can't do. It's a cool thing for ladies to drive. It's not something that would take so much energy from you. But if you think, it awakens that can do spirits. Yes, and so I believe we can do it. Yes. For the young ones, don't stay at home. If you don't have an access to a car, I think you can go for this online cars, fleet of cars that is being given out, and you can do it. It's possible. Yes. Our riders are most of the time, from different backgrounds, and sensitive in the sense that you might meet someone who is, pleasant looking, but is not ready to talk. Some wouldn't want you to exchange greetings with them. Others, they are very okay, they want to engage you. Some are so surprised to see, hey, today I'm lucky, I've also had a woman driver, and they are so excited, both male and female. And if you pick a female rider and she's a little elderly, they go all the way to advise you, tell you when to work, when not to work. Sometimes it's interesting, And I look at them, I'm happy, I'm grateful. And they ask, are you a Christian? Pray. Every time, pray before you pick your people. It's an interesting job, very interesting job. And that's why I'm saying it's sensitive, in the sense that you have to discern. You have to know when to talk, when not to talk, when, sometimes you once a while meet the very rude, and you have to know how to, control yourself. and so it's sensitive, yes.
Women in ride-hailing seems to prioritize safety during their journey, making it more appealing for all to ride with. She assures that it is safe to ride with a woman when embarking on a journey.
Yes, as at then, I would say yes. Now it's better. And so for a woman, I would say we can't do what men do. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say we can't do as in we can't drive, till a man can drive till 65 years and all that. And so in the next 3 years, there are lots of opportunities. I've heard or know male drivers who have been on the streets driving, and a rider they pegged, most of the drivers are graduates, and so through that they had an open door, they were employed, they had better relationships from there, and things are progressing for them. And so yes, myself, as I said, my immediate employer is through, online driving. He met me and said, is this the only thing you can do? You can do better. And he tried convincing me to be part of the company. And so yes, there are more opportunities out there for both sex, but basically mainly for women. Yes.
Next time you want to order a ride on your Bolt app, check if the rider is a female and give some compliment to empower more of such females into the mobility business.
In the beginning, when you start, because your body is not used to it, driving is a little tedious, not a little, very tedious. And so if you don't manage yourself well, you end a day and start the following day with pain, because it's quite difficult and tedious. Yes, so I would say that yes, it's pain, but if you don't take good care of yourself, you would get to a time whereby your health will be challenged and you might not do enough or much for yourself.